Hi guys, and welcome to MFL Outdoors. What a cracking evening it is, as I'm sure you can see. We've got a lot of bird life out that you can probably hear in the background. Anyhow, I'm up here to do a bit of foxing. I'm going to do up here, if there's nothing about, I'm going to just pop down to the valley. I'll not be out too late tonight. I've got the two dogs with me. We've just been for a walk round to see if there was any roe deer. Unfortunately not. Which is in contrast to last night, because when I was out doing a rabbiting job, it was absolutely teeming with deer. Yeah, in fact I was just 30, I think it was 32 metres away from one of them, a beautiful roebuck, and it was still light, so I got a good look at him. Anyhow, I've got some footage on that. Last night I was using my Browning T-Bolt 17 HMR. I was also using the OneLeaf Mars MT1000 LRF Thermal Scope. As an absolutely cracking scope, that, and it has interchangeable lenses, so you can go from 30mm to 50mm, and they are bringing out a 70mm, which will be really interesting to see. And they also very kindly sent me their new quick release mount, which I'll show you a picture of just here. And that's brilliant now, because I can just swap it from rifle to rifle, and I'm not losing zero at all, so that's spot on. And I'll also leave a link in the description below, so if you want to go and check that out if you've got one of those scopes. I also think it fits their latest night vision scope as well, so if you have a look at that anyhow. Right, the equipment I'm going to be using tonight is the usual Sako A7 Stainless in 243 DPT moderator, but tonight I'm going to be using the Infiray Rico RH50 Thermal Scope that I have. I've put a laser rangefinder on that, so I'm going to see how that works tonight. Usual ammunition, Hornady 95 grain SSTs. As you see, that brings them down really quickly. And I'm also using the Viperflex Journey quad sticks, and actually recording now I'm using the Manbily shooting tripod, because it's easy to convert over for camera as well. Excellent. So saves me carrying too much gear. Right, well that seems to be working great. That's actually the Wolf laser rangefinder. Infiray used to do one that actually pairs up with this, but it was about £500, whereas this Wolf laser rangefinder is I think it's about £140. Can't remember where I got now. I think it was Uttins. I've used it previously on a Pulsar M450 and it worked well with that, but obviously with night vision you can see where the splash is off the laser, whereas on here I'm just sort of having to line it up and leave it at that, and hopefully get the right readings. But it seems to be doing all right there now, because I've just lasered the wall down at the bottom there with my handheld, which me Vortex laser rangefinder, and it's only about 3 meters difference, so that'll do for me. Right, I'll show you the footage now that I took last night, and a bit of bunny action, and then I'll come back to you when darkness comes in, and we'll see if there's any foxes about. Right, first bunny of the night. Unfortunately I forgot to press the record button, but I pressed it just after, so you can see it's just over 60 meters. I continued walking along the track and I looked into one of our new plantations, and yep, 34 meters in front of me is an absolutely stunning roebuck. He's an absolutely fine specimen. Unfortunately I'm in the wrong place and I've got the wrong rifle. A bit further down the track and I look through a gap in the dry stone wall, and there's a beautiful brown hare out enjoying the sunshine, and why not? Right, I've come off the track and I've come into the main field that I'm going to be working on tonight. It's actually where that brown hare was, and here we have our next rabbit of the night. The 17 HMR really is a great tool for this sort of work. And here we have another two roe deer. They're in another plantation, a new one that's been planted just adjacent to the field that I'm in. And they're at about, well, they're over 200 metres away. It's still a good picture, and I can guarantee you they'll be topping the tops of those trees. I think this one's going to head for cover. Yep, you should have kept going. I'm just running through the magnification levels so you can see the difference in picture and the quality. Obviously with all thermals they pixelate as you up the magnification. Here's another one I forgot to press the record button on before I shot it. It's on 5 times magnification and it's just, I think it's about 63 meters. I'll range it in a minute. 63.9. And the conditions aren't that good tonight for thermal, I have to say. Could you do me a favour and turn side on? That's great, thanks. The grass is getting quite long now and you can see them reaching up and taking the tips off. And here we have another roe deer in the plantation. I'm just going to range it now. Yeah, it's at 219 meters. You can see in the top right, that's at 2 times magnification. I mean, you can see its legs and everything when it's walking. That's a great picture at 219 meters. Right, I thought this one was a rabbit until it moved, then I realised it was a hare, and we don't shoot them on here. I actually like the hares. Anyhow, that's the end of the rabbiting for tonight, so I think what we'll do is head back to foxing night and see how we get on there. Right, it's about 8:30 now. The dogs are all fed and watered, and I gave them a quick walk around again, just on the bottom here. So I'm now making my way up onto a vantage point, see if I can see any roe kicking around. There was nothing earlier on when I walked, so we'll just have to see. This time of year you don't get much darkness. I think coming in about, well, midnight. Starts getting light again about 2. Well, as you can see, there's the fog set in, because now you can hardly see across that side. Some of the ducks coming in. Yep, there they go down into the pond. I've had to make a quick retreat to the truck. Try saying that when you've had a few. As you can see from the window here, it started raining, so I decided to get back in the vehicle. I'm going to have a look further down the valley, I think. I've had a look across and there's still looks like misty sort of clouds coming over. which of course is that fine rain, you know, the one that your mum said always soaked you through. Right, so what I'll do is I'm going to give it a few more minutes, see what happens. I don't think it's going to blow through, so I'll come back to you when I'm heading further down. Well, I thought I'd give it one more look round with the thermal before I left, and then this roe deer appeared. So I thought I'd grab me rifle, me sticks and me binoculars and make me way back up on top of the hill. Right, well that turned out to be a roe doe, and on top of that, a fox turned up. Can you believe it? But I'll tell you more on that when I get back to the truck. And I hope those ducks that have landed don't stay there, they'll be fox fodder. They've overshot the pond. And this makes all the fox control worthwhile. This is actually a curlew. They're red listed, and we've got a few of them around on here now. And we just wouldn't have them if we didn't keep the fox numbers down. Right, well that didn't turn out how I wanted it to. I was about to leave, and then I saw a roe deer just come over the wall and into the grass, but I couldn't see with the thermal whether it was a buck or not. So I managed to grab me binoculars and start making my way round the back of the hill with the thermal, and as I got round, it lifted its head and it was sort of level with the horizon. So I got down onto the deck. Then because it had started raining, there was a huge burst of midges, which I have to say got everywhere, in my jacket, in my mask, even itching in my trousers. Lovely. Not the best, I can tell you. Still a few flying around in here. When I was on the top of the hill waiting, there's another hill behind me, and just as I turned round, there's a fox came over the brow of the hill, but it was still light. It saw me, it ran. I managed to get the rifle up onto the sticks, but by the time I'd located it again, it was about 400 meters away from where I was. So it was a no shot. I tried calling it in, and it just didn't want to know. It stopped and it sat and looked back as if to say, yeah, there's no chance of me coming down there, I've already seen you. Then it listened for a while and then just turned round and carried on up the fell and disappeared into the heather. So that's about it for me. I'm now drenched, bitten to death. That wasn't the best of nights. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the bit of rabbit footage that was on previous. That was quite good, and hopefully we'll have something better next time. It's just one of those things, you can't predict what's going to happen when you go out on a night. So some nights are good, some nights aren't so good, and some nights are really itchy. And I think I'm going to head home, have something to eat, let my dogs have a kip. They're still in the back. Right, all that's left for me to say, guys, is thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I can't say I did. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.